Okay, I'm going to choose the 12x6 mat on my Gypsy, and when I highlight my keypad you'll see that I've already found the pink journey. I'm going to be choosing this ribbon that is on the left. It's actually key number 20 for those of you who use that system, and there's also a ribbon on key 21, and I'm going to kind of show both of those ribbons so you can kind of see the difference. There we go, and kind of increase it. So there you can see the two ribbons that the pink journey offers. For what I want to do today, because I want to actually put wording on it, I'm going to use the bulkier of the two ribbons. So I'm going to highlight that one and just delete it. And before I go any further, I want to show those who don't have the pink journey an option that you can do in place of this if you want to make this same project. And that's simply going to stand and salute, because stand and salute also offers a ribbon, which is right here. You'll see, and it's a good ribbon too. It's a really similar, not the same, but it is similar, and so you can kind of see it. That's the difference. This ribbon is the pink journey ribbon, and this ribbon is the ribbon from stand and salute. Oops, there we go. And so you can kind of see that both ribbons are really good. So you could do this project with either, but I'm going to be using the one from Pink Journey today. There we go. So there's 5.5 inches. Now, because I want to maximize what I can get on this, but then I actually want to increase the size of my ribbon, I'm going to highlight my ribbon, which it is in blue. I'm going to go to my advanced page. And because I'm using the Gypsy along with my original Cricut, I am able to do things that I would not normally be able to do on the original Cricut. There we go. And then increase my size. And if I want to get it as big as I can, since there's not a fit to page button, I just simply get it as big as it will go until it turns into a box, and then I back down off of it until my image reappears, and then that I know is as big as I can go. So now I'm going to move it up to the top of my mat so that I can save space down at the end and use that part of the magnet material for something else. Okay, so now there's our project. I'm going to put my Gypsy in my stand, and then we're going to load the mat and get ready to cut. Alright, I'm going to change the blade housing in my Cricut to the blue deep cut blade housing. I have my housing blade set on a 6. My pressure is going to be on 5. My speed isn't going to necessarily matter because I'm doing it with the Gypsy, and the Gypsy will control the speed. I have my magnet material ready to go onto my mat. Okay, my mat is ready and loaded. And I'm going to click cut on my Gypsy and load the mat. Alright. Now, on the Gypsy, there is a place where when you're in the cut screen, you can increase the multiple cut. I want to cut this one out 4 times. Okay, so I've clicked it to 4 and I'm ready to cut. So once I'm ready, all I need to do is click on the blade. It's going to ask me to double check my settings, my blade depth and my pressure, which I have, and I say okay. Alright, now it's done. I will unload my mat, and you'll see that it multiple cut, and which allows me to punch the magnet out and pull it off the mat. Just like that. Awesome. And then you'll have a centerpiece. You can take your stylus and just punch it to get it started. And then it comes out. And there's my magnet. Okay, now that I'm done with that ribbon, I want to press my silver button, and it's going to allow me to save my project. I always, since I do own an original Cricut and a Cricut Expression, and I use both, I always save my 6x12 projects with a 6 in front, and then I space, hyphen, space, and then we'll type ribbon. And that way all of my projects for my smaller Cricut are together in one place since the mats are different. And I'll say OK, and there we go. That is my project using the Gypsy on the original Cricut. Now let me show you how to cut a ribbon with the magnet material without the Gypsy and doing just the Cricut for those of you who only have the original Cricut. Okay? In using the magnet material again, I want to make sure that it is down on my mat very secure because it is a heavier material. I'm going to use the original Cricut, but this time I don't have my Gypsy to use with it, so I need to turn it off and put my cartridge actually in the Gypsy, and I mean in the Cricut, sorry, and then turn it on. And remember, you should always put your cartridge in and take your cartridge out when the machine is off. It's called hot swapping if you do it while the machine is on. I'm going to load my mat up now. And when I load it, it puts the blade housing in a starting position. And since I'm only going to be cutting one image, and that is going to be my ribbon, and I am going to cut it as big as I can, which is 5.5, and it will fit at the end of this because how it cuts it out. I am going to make sure my pressure is max, and it is. I want to put my speed at a medium, which is 3, and my blade depth housing again is still at a 6 for the deep cut blade. And I'm going to press cut. Now, it needs to cut out 4 times through this magnet material in order to be able to cut the material smoothly. Okay, that is cut 1. I'm going to hit the load button again, not unload, but load. And it takes my blade housing back to the start position. It doesn't unload the mat, it just takes the housing back to the starting position. So once I'm back in that starting position, I'm going to hit repeat last. I could hit the ribbon, but repeat last is good, especially if you're doing anything that needs multiple cuts that has more than one image on it. You always want to do repeat last. And then you're going to hit cut again. And you're going to repeat that 2 more times so that you get a multiple cut of 4 for this particular magnet. Okay, it is cutting the 4th time. It's now done, so I unload it. I'm going to take my magnet material off the mat. And I don't know if you can tell, but it doesn't quite cut all the way through, which is actually okay because all you do is punch it. And once you punch it, it all comes out. So if you're cutting the magnet material and it does that to you, don't think that you didn't do it enough. You did. It just kind of doesn't go all the way through that last layer, but it punches out very easily. And you'll see I have a centerpiece in there, and I can just punch that out with your thumb and pull it right out, and it comes out. And there you